Welcome to our YouTube channel, Forex Academy Uganda. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and comment. We are going to be answering your questions. So today it's a Saturday and we are reviewing our past week. So every day I journal the trades I take in the premium group, FXL scalping group. I always journal everything from the trades I take, the entries, the thought processes. On Saturday is when we review all these trades. So let's get started with the FX Premium, and don't forget at the end of this video I'm going to have to review the FXL Investors Trading Report. So with this I'm going to let you know how we performed in the fund management and account management. Let's dive into the FXL Premium Journal. So as you can see on your screens, this is our FXL Premium Journal on Notion, and every day I journal the trades we take with this group. So on average, you can see on average we take about 5 trades per week. That's like 1 trade every day. At most, every day we have 2 trades. You see last week, October, it was still September 29th. On Monday, we didn't have a trade. Tuesday, we had 2 trades. Then October kicked in, Bitcoin, Euro, USD. And last week was profitable. But let's see how this week went. First, let's start with GJ. On Monday, we had GBP, JPY. And this is a setup I shared in the Telegram group. I always share these setups with entries and exits. So let me show you. Open Telegram. Automatically, when I journal, I have to link this with Telegram. This is our Telegram group, and this was the GBP JPY signal I gave out to you guys. SL was at 20154. Then the trade went up to SL. That was the first trade we had. Going on to the next trade, that day we only had 1 trade and I lost about $1,550. And then on Tuesday we had gold. These were sales. I remember, no, it was a long trade. It was a long setup model, PB. Now we see, you can check out the charts in Telegram to review. So I first gave out the analysis because H4 was bullish. I'm going to make another video throughout this week explaining about my system, how I take my entries and everything. All you need to do is subscribe. Let's go to 1,000 subscribers. That's when I'm gonna start uploading the lessons on YouTube. We had an entry on gold with clear SL and TP, and this trade went up to our TP. This is the account, one of the investors' account. He's called Zagaman. I'll have to explain at the end how his account performed this week. So you just need to follow through the video. Don't go off. These are all our accounts we've been trading throughout, and that's the signal. This is a Funding Pips account, 100K, phase 1. And this trade went up to TP, made a few mistakes off because I was trading so many accounts. And I remember in this, I set BE, got taken out at BE, and then price still went up to TP. Journaling helps you review your mistakes, correct them the next week. That's how we grow. And this is the trade. It hit TP the next day. So yeah, I remember it hit TP the next day. Let me see if I have charts here. So yeah, this is the trade. Yeah, this is the trade. Hit TP the next day. We placed it on Tuesday, hit TP on Wednesday, and then we got this other trade which stopped us out. So this trade this week has been crazy, guys. This week has been crazy. The government was shut down. So on Tuesday, Wednesday on gold, also have a loss. We had a loss on Bitcoin. We also had a loss on gold on Thursday, and that's when we stopped our trading week. Yeah, that's it for the premium. We only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades for the week. We had 1 winner and the rest are losses. So we closed that week unprofitable, though not so unprofitable because we had this gold setup which hit 4 hour. It's always, it hit 3.5. I got out at 3.5, but it was a 4 hour trade. So minus 1 hour. So you just need to close your week at BE unless you're bad with risk management. So if you're bad with risk management, you need to go back into your journal, see the mistakes you made, correct them the next week, because the goal is to improve and avoid these mistakes in trading. So this is how my week ended. I pray for next week to be profitable. taking signals flawlessly, execution, no gambling, nothing, just pure execution. So remember, at the end, I'm going to have to show you how we performed with my investors. I only have like 2 to 3 investors. The rest of the investors ran away because, as human beings, we aren't meant to feel losses, because losses hurt. And as you can see on your screen, when I was starting this fund management, I started with about 5 investors. The blueprint, the video, check out our video on YouTube about this blueprint on how to protect your capital, the investors blueprint. So we started with Vincent, Zagaman, Ian. These guys, it's only Zagaman who's still in. All these guys I started with pulled out because their accounts are dropped by like 20%. And they want, and this is small capital, because with small capital you're going to have to risk like 10%, 5% for you to get something. Yeah, let's say it was like 10k, 20k, 200k. Okay, 200k, that's the big capital. That you can say you have big capital with 200k. So with 200k you can risk like about 1 to 2%. That's like 2k to 4k. That's good money to risk. But then if you have $5,000 and then you risk 1%, that's like $50. Doesn't make sense. You need to go a bit aggressive, risk 2.5 or risk like 5%, $250. That's a bit reasonable. When you risk $250, you target for $750. So that's very good, and you don't need to like risk the whole of your money in a trading account. Just create a wallet, let's say crypto wallet, deposit all your money in there, your equity, then transfer from your crypto wallet or any wallet you have, and then transfer 10% of that equity every day into the trader's account. Yeah, that way you're going to grow. So this is the investors blueprint. I'm trying to test it out with a few of my investors, and I'm trying to give you feedback because I know there's a lot of people out there following me, and so I need to prove to you guys that it works before you can invest it in it. So let's go to the FX scalping and see how it performed last week. Last week was crazy, a lot of losses. So on Sunday, yeah, we always trade on Sunday, BTC. So we lost $24 on Sunday. Monday, we lost $24.81. We were trading GBP JPY, as you can see in the journal. Also, this is the loss which hit us in the scalping group. And on Tuesday, we had some wins in the morning on gold. Okay, this was the win on gold. So gold. Tuesday was a winning day. We made about $68 in profits. Wednesday, again, we lost $24. As you can see, our loss is like consistent, yeah. And all this I apply on the real account. I'm going to share you recordings. You can see a recording. This is a real account. I've been trading with HFM. It's from my client called Zagaman. Yeah, this guy is Zagaman. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to like use for the scalping signals and everything. So we lost on Thursday as well, minus $24, because we've been in on a losing streak. You get on gold this week. Yeah, trading is a game of losses. You're not going to win all the time. We also have Friday. We had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades, all losses, minus $24 again. So these are 3 trades, 3 days in a row losing. So but on this account, we're already at 50, like we're already at 5% risk. We already made like 3 consecutive losses when we were at 10%, and now we cut our risk up to when we recover the account. So this account is in a recovery process, and you're gonna keep following up to when it comes back up. I'm going to be providing the YouTube videos every Saturday, reviewing about our weeks and how the week moved, how the market moved and everything. If you want to learn my system, we have a mentorship program going on, and don't forget to join in on the October intake. It's about to end, and maybe if you miss out on the October intake, you're going to have to enter in November. Every month I accept about 10 students every month, so make sure you book your spots when it's early. Now Saturday, which is today, I had a trade in the morning, was Solana, fast went into my profits, closed some wins, and again, price came back to my stop loss. Trading is a game of losing, and now we also lost $24 today, closing our week at minus $53. You get? So this week we lost $53, and mind you, we didn't close the whole account. The whole account has $500 in it. That's the total equity. And let's dive into the fund management, review how our investors performed last week. So quick review, we had 4 investors and a few pulled out. Vincent and Ian, they pulled out, and yeah, we didn't blow their money, but they were like, yo, I can't experience this losses, and I've gotta go to something else. Trading is not meant for everyone, and if you're an investor, you need to first educate yourself about the losses, the losing part. That's how you're going to make money in the long run. So on Monday, start with Monday. Zagaman account started at $400. We risk 5% because it's in drawdown up to when it comes back to be $500. That's when we start risking $50, which is the normal 10% we're supposed to risk. So we lost $25 on Monday. We had Gigi on Monday. That's what hit us as well. So Tuesday, let's see. Yeah, Zagaman's account and Jonah's account. Jonah is a new investor who brought in $1,000, and last week on Jonah's account we made a withdrawal of $300. You get? So Jonah's account on Monday lost $100 as well, and now it's sitting at $900. Then let's go to Tuesday. Tuesday, Zagaman's account starts at $350 because we lost the last trading day on Tuesday. So still losing, we're still risking 5% on his account. And yeah, Tuesday was a winning day. We made $75, I remember. 60 something. Yeah, if you to check here. This is accurate because I use exactly the MT4 entries I get. So I made $68.5. Yeah. And the money at risk is $25. Ending equity was like 400, so the account goes back to $400. And the cumulative PNL, this is what the cumulative PNL is, like the amount of profits and losses, and you combine them. So when you combine the profits and losses, we are at minus 75. Okay, so let's go to Jonah's account. On Tuesday, Jonah's account it was a winning day. It made $300. I was risking 100. I collected profits at 3 hour because I couldn't hold up to TP. TP was hit the next day, and the account ended at 1,200. We decided to make a withdrawal of $200. So on Jonah's account, we've withdrawn $500 so far. So the next day we lose minus 5%, minus $100. Minus $100. We had 3 consecutive losses on Jonah's account, and now it's sitting at $800. No, it's sitting at $700 because we are in a drawdown of 300, but we already withdrew 500, and now we're gonna cut our risk to $50 per trade up to when we get back to 1,000, and then resume the strict risk of 10%. So this way is how we're gonna grow without losing money, and this is the safest way to invest in trading. If you are an investor out there and you've been losing money, this is the safest way to lose or make money. And Saturday, Zagaman's account, because on Zagaman's account we trade BTC and crypto. It's like we trade every day on his account. And today it's when we sold Solana and it hit us. Now the account is sitting at $300. We're still gonna be risking $25 next week. Let's see how it goes. Find you there. If you really wanna join any of our services, hit me up on this number 0+56 754 658 476. That's our number. And if you want to join our WhatsApp group or Telegram group, the link is in bio. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment your questions. I'm going to be answering anything you want from me. and regarding all our services. I'm